my God, we did it. We did it. We are connected.
Yes, we connect easily, it seems. Wonderful. So, this is our first kind of official recorded meeting. Um, Ellie and I have a very interesting story about our meeting. Um, would you like to talk a little bit about how we met?
Yeah, I I really do. Um, that Carol and I have not met in person. Um, I signed up some time ago in February of this year, for Hay House Riders Community. It's the first time I have done that. And they have a format that they have a meeting, large meeting every month. And then at the end of the meeting, for 30 minutes, they have breakout room that they have people choose based on their genre, what kind of writing they like, to join one of the many meetings. And of course, when it comes to memoir and inspirational nonfiction, there are quite a few of rooms. So in the last meeting, when was it?
I think it was the end of May.
Yes, 25th, I think, 25th of May. I signed up just for one of the nonfiction inspirational break room. And it's always interesting who ends up together. It's a large community. Every meeting is like 350 people. So it makes you wonder, like, is it just random, or shared experience, or maybe it's not a coincidence. So I wanted to share my experience because I look at people, and sometimes people turn off their camera. They rather not,
Which
and
is fine.
some they do. So I always kind of pay attention. And I think there were 7, 8 people in our group.
We had a wonderful.
Um, and you were the first one that I noticed.
Oh,
And it's hard to articulate. If you might say intuition, like first impression. I mean, anyways, but I felt something uh, that I'm not able to articulate. I could say, oh, what a beautiful woman. How wonderful, so young, in this community. And your eyes, your beautiful smile, and more importantly, your energy. You were pretty quiet, and your energy just called on me. And my experience is that in this breakout room, everybody wants to talk about themselves, not as much to
when they're
listening
excited.
to other people. People get excited. It's like, this is my book, I want to share with you. And sometimes easily one or two people kind of dominate the group, even though they say everyone will have 5 minutes to talk about what you're doing and support one another. It's just interesting. I noticed that you were very pleasant, you were attentive, you were in the moment. And when you made a comment to another participant, wonderful lady with the yoga, the one who went yoga, I was really felt connected. And I was delighted that we decided to exchange emails. We didn't have much time. So immediately after the meeting, I emailed the people who shared their emails. And you were the first one who responded. And it was like, yes, oh, otherwise I would have lost you. I didn't know your last name. I didn't know how to find you again. So I was delighted that we were connected via email. And when you said that you were busy in that meeting and you just joined the last 8 minutes, I thought, oh my God, this is not a coincidence. The way we connected. Uh, I call that soul connection. And the way we have connected, I mean, this is only a week or two, maybe 10 days. And it feels what I would call a soul sister. And I am very, very grateful for my soul family. Um, and I wanted to welcome you to my soul family.
Thank you. Lovely.
how
The
was
pleasure
how
is
was
mine
the
too.
experience for you?
So let me explain a little bit about that day. I can't remember the beginning of the day, but I may have had a Zoom earlier in the morning. And I think by the time we had the meeting, which I signed up for, the Hay House meeting, I drop in on them from time to time. And I think that was the second one I had joined, but I realized I missed most of it. And I thought, let me see if I can catch any of it. So I think it was really, really the last 8 minutes before people were put into breakout rooms. And usually around that time, it might have been about like 6 o'clock or 5:30, maybe around that time, where I have to either decide what I'm gonna make for dinner, or I have to have already prepared dinner. But anyway, I decided, okay, I'll join, and yeah, I'll try the breakout room. I usually am someone who will probably keep my camera off, or maybe not even join a breakout room because I don't know. Maybe like I don't want to share everything about myself. It's like I'm so private. But lately it's a different story. So I thought, okay, let's join the breakout room. And we have a lot of selections. I think we could choose, like you said, the category and the level. And I remember clicking on like the group, I think it's called Pathway 3, which means the group that has some experience writing and you have a draft ready, or you're ready, getting close to publishing. Anyway, I clicked on it, and I was put in a room. We had very lovely people. A lot of people had a lot to say, very exciting book ideas, and very beautiful energy. And by the time we got to the end of the session, we ran out of time. And I enjoyed really listening to other people and seeing what they had to say. And at the end, we had just several minutes to quickly type our email addresses in the chat. And I know there was one woman who kind of was frustrated because she wanted to send it, but she accidentally sent it to one person, and we don't know who it went to, but I hope she finds us later. Anyway, yeah, and that was great. So Ellie's really quick at responding to people. So as soon as I sent her an email back, she wrote back and she said, take a look at my stuff. And I clicked on her stuff, and her writing was so beautiful. I felt like I fell in love. So sometimes writing of someone can really move you. I felt the depth of what she said really touched me in a personal way. So I wrote back to her, and we decided to connect, and we decided to connect through Zoom. And
Thank you so much for visiting the blog and the kaleidoscopes. And you know, your reflection means the world to me because I write from heart. It's very simple, and it's how I feel. You know, I don't feel being a writer, but more of a storyteller. And I feel that the storytelling is such a gift to humanity that often I find myself in the story of other people. There are so many women like Louise Hay, Maya Angelou, so many memoirs that have called so much to my heart. And I feel like, oh, if she could do it, maybe I can. So that is the primary reason that I'm sharing my stories intimately, hoping that it will bring hope and inspiration to other people who have had similar life experiences like I have, and have had painful childhood experiences, and know that the healing is a possibility, that no matter how difficult it was, we can heal from it. And
Yes.
I love the name you chose for our journey.
What did
Would
I
you
write?
share that?
Do you remember what I wrote? Did I say that at the beginning? Oh, maybe I didn't. So I think I renamed the Zoom just to make it fun. And I wrote, let's see, what did I write? Ellie and Carol's Zoom over tea from West Coast to East Coast.
Yeah, I love it. I
Because
love it. Thank you. Thank you.
even though we've only known each other a week or so, and we've only met like a few times, I feel like we have this together, like this amazing synergy of energy. So we want to do something kind of fun together and just chat about very meaningful things.
Would it be okay if I share just a little bit about myself, and
Sure.
whoever is going to join us later, maybe?
Yes. Okay.
And um, I was born in Iran to a very, very interesting family dynamics. So when we start our actual, journey, I'd like to share about that. And this was in July of 1948. And when you and I shared our birthdays and having the same day, it was
Yeah.
like, that is interesting. We are
So,
both Leos
yes.
and fire sign and heart people.
I do
Uh,
have to mention that before we go on, when you wrote and I read your writing, I thought, what a passionate person. She reminds me of myself. She must have some fire in her. And I can't really say I know everything about astrology or anything like that, but I know I'm a fire sign. And I said, I wonder when you were born. And I asked, when were you born? And I told her my birth date first, so she wouldn't think I'm like some weirdo. And amazingly, we have the exact same birthday, which is very, very, very strange. And at the same time, just some kind of confirmation about something mysterious out there.
Interesting. They say every astrology sign correlates with the body part, and Leo correlates with the heart. And it's so true for me. I relate to the universe with my feelings and emotions. I know that about myself. So maybe we can talk about the Leo personality um, a little later, and that may have been, one of the reasons for us feeling connected. The energy of a fire sign. Um, so what I wanted to share was that growing up for me was very, very interesting, complicated, and complex. Sometimes I feel like I've I've experienced almost everything. And growing up, um, I chose to go into psychology. My life journey is so interesting. Like every part I want to share, I have a whole story about it.
I know there's so
But
much.
I think I chose the field of psychology hoping that it would help me to understand the dynamics of my family of origin. You know, we can say most families have some kind of a dysfunction, but what kind of dysfunction, and even more importantly, what kind of impact